Welcome back to another episode on Sipping on Dad. Sipping on Dad, and I am your co-host Nicole today. How is everyone doing? Yes. Thank you. I hope everyone is blessed and highly favored. I had got so many text messages and calls on this topic, so I had to rush and look it up and see what everyone was talking about, and they went to send me the video. So when I did my research on the topic, it was a lady who ex-boyfriend had bought his son some McDonald's and say he bring McDonald's every day for his son, but she have 3 other kids that she have for other men, but he don't bring McDonald's for, and that she get her food stamps on the 7th, and she haven't got her food stamps yet. But even though when he bring for one, he knows she have other kids, he should bring for the others, even though that's not his. The other 3 is not his children, and they are not together. He is the ex. Now, when I did my research on the topic, what they asked me to do, it was a lady. Her name was Stephanie Harris, and it was a joke. It was made up as a scenario. What would you do in that case? So I just want to say I'm not particularly talking about the lady herself. It was a hoax and it was made up. But I will still show the video to show everyone what the topic was about. But it was a good thing that I did find out that it was a hoax, because man, I was ready to go in. I'm like, so even though this man have to bring, well, he do bring McDonald's every day for his son, you still get food stamps, government assistance. So you still don't take care of your other kids. I mean, that's how they had put it out on the skit. So I'm going by what they put out on the skit. So you don't take care of your own kids at all, because you have to wait for the food stamps to come to take care of your other kids. Now, him bringing McDonald's for his son, I saluted him for that, if he had to feed him McDonald's every day. But if you do it for 4 children every day, that's like $40 or $30. Stuff then went up. Inflation then went up. I mean, back in the days, if the kid had one thing, you cut that mug in half, you cut it in 4, you give this child a fry, you get this child a fry, you take that drink and you put it in plastic cups, you give some to that child and you give some to that child. Before as other people coming in to feed your children, go look for their daddy. Go look for their baby daddies. It's not up to, man, it's not up to another man to feed your children. It's not up to your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, no other person but you who lay down and have them kids. And we still gonna get into the government. Food stamps. If food stamps wasn't here, a lot of people wouldn't be feeding them kids, because she said, oh, you know my food stamps didn't come. Okay, wait. Suppose you didn't have the food stamps. How is these kids eating every day? Then you say he driving up with 1 meal. But at the end of the day, I salute a man who would bring McDonald's every day for his child. Now how she do it when he give her the bag with the drink, that's on her. But for him, they have too many absent parents or too many absent fathers out here. So that's like saying, if he buy his child a pair of Jordans, he got to buy the other 3 a pair of Jordans too. If he buy, his child some stuff for Christmas, that means he got to buy the other 3 children something for Christmas too. And let me say this again, they are not dating. They're not together. That's how the skit said it. He drive up every day, so therefore he didn't stay in the house. So that means they are not dating. That wasn't even his girlfriend. So when he buy his children a bike or something for Christmas, he got to buy all her children. That don't go like that. Ladies, sometimes y'all are the cause of why these men don't come around for their children. Then she had the audacity to take the McDonald's in the drink and throw it on the ground. Yes, she threw it on the ground. And said, if you don't bring the rest of my kids none, he won't be eating that neither. That is some cheeky stuff, ladies. That is some cheeky stuff. Nobody asked you to go out and have them other kids. Nobody asked you to lay down and have all them kids. And guess what? If the other daddies are deadbeats, you lay with them. So what would that say about you? If that's all you do is say he a deadbeat, they don't do nothing for their kids. Why you ain't doing nothing? You knew I had other kids. You lay down with that person. So what was your standards? I'm just saying. It opened up a door for a lot of discussion for that little skit. Because nobody is not obligated to do anything for nobody's kids. Oh man. When she threw that McDonald's on that ground, I guess a lot of men, that post probably went viral just overnight for her even throwing that McDonald's on the ground. Then some women, when you feed one, you feed the others. Hey, I salute the man if he bought McDonald's every day for his child and made sure his child ate. And then he said, my child is the last child. Where's their daddies at? It was priceless. It was a good skit. It was a good joke. It was hilarious. But yes, it brought out a lot. And still, while I got a lot of people called in and asked me to do it on it, I still went out ahead and had to talk about this subject. So no, nobody is obligated to do anything for somebody else's kids. If that man bought McDonald's every day, I salute him for even trying to feed his child and making sure he showed up every day. He showed up every day to bring McDonald's. That's another thing. So you can't say that he wasn't around or in that child's life if he showed up every day with a Happy Meal. Maybe the kid loved the McDonald's. But I'm not going to hold y'all long, but we're going to sip on that. Sip on that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Every day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing of McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So
my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7th.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out. How are you helping yourself when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings though. He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put...
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
So you telling me that I can't bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other... You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
Three kids that ain't mine. What
yeah. So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.